What's up, y'all? Shuffle. In today's video are patch notes for the Altar of Hope update. These just came out a little bit ago. This is going over the progression system that apparently is coming along with Bounty Hunter at a later time. I haven't read to the end yet. So these are my impressions. I'm going to give you the notes. I'm going to break it down. Give you all the relevance and cool information. So, Altar of Hope. This looks pretty nice. Just straight up an altar. Got some candles, the torch, kind of looks like the Iron Crown up here. Very nice. Oh, I didn't even notice down here. Look at all these candles. So this is something people were pointing out when they saw Bounty Hunter, is that the currency he asks of you to pay him are candles. So maybe this is tied into that. So, at each journey's onset, a moment of respite, rest your weary bones, warm your face in the candle glow, and remember the world as it once was. So big theme of the game, if you haven't been picking up on it, is remembering things like what the world used to be, what your failures were, and the trinkets even have, like, the rarity is tied to like memory strength, you know, if that makes sense. So looking here, Altar of Hope, I'm guessing that's what this is, and this looks really cool. So we have the mountain, and then we have some ruins along it. Here's the academic holding a candle. Here's your candle count. I'm guessing this is very dark colors on dark colors, so this might be a little hard to see at first. We got some tabs too, and embark. So I guess you do this at the start of your run. So Hope allows you to remember the world as it used to be, keeping a vision of a simpler time alive. The upcoming Altar of Hope update introduces a massive new progression system to Darkest Dungeon 2, which allows you to invest in upgrades, perks, and unlocks that suit your playstyle and strategy. So this is something people have been asking for a long time. The progression in DD1 with the town was linear, but, you know, cool. People enjoyed it. And you got to kind of pick where you wanted to go and upgrade and stuff like that. But with this, you get to invest in upgrades, perks, and other unlocks that suit your playstyle. So I'm hoping it's not as linear as DD1, because you got gear and skill upgrades, but you really just needed those to scale with the enemies. They weren't really, I don't know, I don't want to say they weren't fun, but they weren't like strategic, you know. It was just, yeah, you know, the enemies get 5 or 10 more dodge, so I have to upgrade my skills a couple times to get 5 or 10 more accuracy. Same with weapons. They got like 1 or 2 points faster, my weapon gets 1 or 2 points more speed as well. So this looks to be potentially a little bit different, or the same, I'm not sure yet. Candles of Hope. On your expeditions, you'll collect Candles of Hope by completing your objectives, progressing through areas, and defeating evils along the way. Candles will only be earned through playing, they cannot be purchased. So no season pass, no microtransactions for the candles. Alright, risk and reward. In true Darkest Dungeon fashion, the best results come from daring deeds. You also need to choose when to take a safer path. The best rewards can be gained by making it all the way to the confession boss, which is the end boss of the run. Of course, this is not always possible. Exemplar would like to say hello. Fortunately, candles can be earned with incremental successes as well. So cashing out. If you choose to, you can end any expedition gracefully at any inn. You'll keep whatever candles you have earned so far on that journey. Risking it. If you choose to push past the inn, beware that a mid-region party wipe or abandon expedition will penalize your total candles earned. If abandoning is the same as a party wipe, you may as well just push through. Is what's sounding like. Unless you have like 2 heroes come out of a battle and you have like Exemplar in front of you, then yeah, skip it. It's always better to make it to the next inn. The Pinnacle. If you reach the mountain, you'll keep every candle you've earned that expedition, even if you fail. You have no reason not to face your failure, so that's good. So if you do make it all the way through, you get past Exemplar, who is a huge jerk, then you're rewarded by fighting a second Exemplar after the inn, and then you get to keep all your stuff at least, so that's cool. Ultimately, the decision of whether or not to press forward after a moment's sanctuary at the end should be something that weighs heavily when tending to your party and surveying what challenges lie ahead. So this is kind of in reference, I think, to you get to the inn, you may not have some good inn items to help your team out. Maybe you don't have good food on you, maybe you don't have poultice that can help you survive, like burn poultice for the sprawl, or maybe you have like 3 bad relationships that you can't fix. There's a lot of reasons to check out, you know? And so there's no shame in ending your expedition here, carrying your candles home and spending them on upgrades at the altar. I do like that you keep whatever you've earned by checking out at the end, just because it doesn't feel as bad, right? It's kind of like a consolation prize. You did pretty good, go back, reassess, unlock some stuff, and then try again. I like that. It's crucial to recollect more of what has been forgotten to the darkness. I guess recollect, that's how you say it there. Eventually you'll find yourself making it farther and farther on each journey until you ultimately reach the mountain. Imagine not making it to the final boss on the first run of a fresh profile. Imagine. I'm kidding. Altar of Hope. You can recall it if you try. Amber glow suffusing the city's window panes, soft crackle of a fire in the hearth, the lap of gentle waves against sand. The kingdom was imperfect, but it was ours. Now it stands in ruin until you can invest it with hope, or once more with hope. So hope was the previous currency, so that's really just the theme. Like remembering stuff, facing failures, and hope. So it's kind of like the, I don't know if that'd be like the 3 pinnacles of the lore that we have so far, but what it sounds like. Find brief succor in the soft glow. Meditate on that which you have lost, that which you would rebuild. Meaningful choices. At the beginning of each journey, you'll visit the Altar of Hope. This is where you invest your candles. So that's what the Embark tab was saying. In one of 4 regions detailed below. The choices you make generally help not only your current quest, but future expeditions as well. Through time and effort, you'll give yourself better and better chances to conquer your failures. Okay. This is, I guess, one of the tabs. Oh, you can see it down here, right? This one's highlighted, Intrepid Coast. This is our, I guess, our sample here. So we got the 20 candles to start with. Okay, so they give you a count of how many you need. So 96, 69, nice. 92 to fill these up. And they have tabs. This looks like wagon upgrades. I don't know what resourcefulness will be. That's just kind of a map. Renown, these are the, like, the badges from the first game. Like Crusader has one of them, I think. And maybe Man-at-Arms too, I can't remember. Companionship, I'm assuming these are pets. And then the Infernal Flame, I like that the Flame's getting its own tree, because the Infernal Flame was really just for the challenge before. So it'd be cool if it gets other stuff. Intrepid Coast offers, oh, are they gonna show us all of them? Oh, hell yeah, dude, okay. Intrepid Coast offers a mixture of functional and aesthetic upgrades, such as bonuses when reaching certain locations, beginning runs with greater resources in pocket, increasing inventory space, and more. These moons are permanent once unlocked. Very cool. I don't know why they didn't start with heroes. I feel like more people would want to see this first, but the Living City is where you unlock heroes, permanent buffs, trinkets, and other surprises. This is also where hero paths are unlocked. As you invest candles along with each hero's track, their chance at surviving will increase dramatically. Note the increased death blow resist on offer. Okay, so more DBR, sure, you get to survive stuff. But yeah, so I'm assuming, yeah, because Hellion looks great out here. So there's your starter for, and then you unlock the rest of them here. Really don't know what these nodes are. They said paths, right? So you get paths and then like DBR, I'm assuming, but what's like the rest of this? So you get 3 paths, trinkets. So each character has 3 trinkets, 3 paths, so that's 6. DBR. And then like what else? Other stats? I don't know if that makes up for all these. But that's cool. I don't know, maybe we'll get some skins at the end of it, who knows? I mean, I think this is probably where most people are going to go first, get their favorite characters. I really like this because the original system with Hope, when I first started playing the game and I was streaming and stuff like that, people would always say, you know, Leper's my favorite character, but I can't get him to level 12. And that was a real big, just not fun thing to deal with. You know, people, I really like this because people get to pick what characters they want and what they get to focus on. So if you, for some reason, don't like playing Hellion, you never have to get her. Never have to play her, don't have to get her stuff, never have to do her paths, don't have to do her shrines until you know, the end. You really wanted to, when you have everyone else done. So I really like that. I like player agency. That's giving you a lot of it. Sorry, I'm a bit congested today. But working fields, trinkets. Okay. Working fields is where you can expand your available pool of items. Stagecoach upgrades, trinkets, combat items, and items will be discovered here. Once unlocked, an item can be found in all future expeditions. You also have that item added to your inventory immediately for the current expedition. If you find that the variety of trinkets and items that you're looting isn't particularly diverse, give a thought to tools of iron and invest candles here. They're getting a max level trinket, the indelibles or whatever, like yellow. To be the same as like the legendaries before. I think I don't know if this will change. I can't remember if this is how it was in the current version. So we have, if you resist a dot under half HP, you heal for 20. That's really good for 20%. So okay. So if you look here, so we get trinkets, there's 80, combat items 30, stagecoach items 30, and the rest items 30. All right, 170. So you get to unlock stuff here for 1 candle each. All right. The recollection will show you all the items that you've unlocked. There are hundreds in all. Wow. Looks like you can sort it too by the tabs up here. Memories and hero persistence. The timeless wood is where you can spend candles to unlock memories for each of your heroes. Got a Poe quote. In our endeavors to recall memory, something long forgotten, we often find ourselves upon the very verge of remembrance without being able in the end to remember. Thanks, Poe. What was this about? Our memories have power over us, and as such, they grant powerful benefits. However, despite its potency, memory is also fleeting. Memories only last for that hero's specific life and are wiped upon death. Memories are a more complex mechanic than the other altar unlockables due to their ephemeral nature, but ultimately, this will prove rewarding to a canny and experienced player. The goal of any expedition is to vanquish the confession boss at the final stage, and doing so comes with a reward beyond mere recognition and triumph over one's worst nature. Any heroes who survive the final battle will retain their memories. While their mastery level will be reset, surviving heroes will also keep their paths, quirks, and name. Plus, heroes who survive the final boss battle can now have an additional memory invested. These characteristics will persist until the hero's death. Persistence while it lasts. A new great challenge emerges for those willing to tackle it, defeating all 5 confession bosses in order with the same party of 4 heroes, all of whom are filled with memories. Well, you know what? We only have 2 right now. We can't do this. But I guess that'll be cool. This looks nice. This is the same. Where is it? It's not the same up here, right? Okay. So it looks like you fixed the area. Kind of like how in DD1 you rebuilt the buildings, you know? So that looks nice. Looks like the fields in the back. Is that the end of it? What the hell? Restoration. As you invest in the Altar of Hope, the view of the kingdom will gradually become as it once was, whole and majestic. Perhaps all can be put right after all. The Altar of Hope update will be available in the experimental branch starting early next week. Alright, so there's some content coming for us. Once we're satisfied with stability, it will go to the live main branch of the game. Very, 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 very cool stuff. That's probably the biggest patch the game has gotten. The Shroud was a big deal, obviously, because it was a lot of like new content, new region, new enemies, new boss and stuff, but we're getting a new hero and a progression overhaul. I think they said the progress is going to get wiped, which is fine, because the old Hope system just wouldn't exist alongside this, right? So, takeaways. I like that it's a lot of incremental permanent progression, a lot of roguelites, and roguelites have this. So this is kind of a staple of this type of game. I like that you get to pick where you're putting your stuff. So you get to decide if you want to upgrade your wagon, if you want to upgrade your Infernal Flame, you want to upgrade, you know, Man-at-Arms. Of course, you're going to upgrade Grave Robber and, you know, buy trinkets and stuff like that. So, item return to the world. Okay. Why is the capitalized and 2 isn't? That's strange. You get to see everything you have, so that's pretty cool. You can plan around what you have. The memories you can remember cake, apparently. Okay. And then heroes get permanence. There's something else people wanted. People wanted meaningful like progression system upgrades. They wanted more player agency to pick what they wanted, and they wanted heroes to, I guess, persist between runs. And I know some people are going to be disappointed that you can't keep mastery, but honestly, if you could keep mastery, that would be insane, right? Mastery is probably the strongest source of player power behind shrine unlocks. So after you get all your abilities and stuff, being able to upgrade them is a huge power spike. So having that not stay is fine, because who really wants to just not have to deal with mastery? Like if you got to keep your mastery between runs and you had like 2 or 3 heroes survive, you're going through, like, you just never really go for it. You could just take like easy paths that don't give mastery. You could skip bosses and stuff. So really, really good looking update. Looks very meaty. And since it's a profile wipe, we're definitely gonna be playing a lot. I hope everyone enjoys it. I think it looks great. I think I'm gonna enjoy it a lot too. No bounty hunter news. Yeah, alright. So that's it for the video. Let me know what you're thinking down below. Talk about it in the comments, talk about it in Discord, whatever. I can be found a lot of places. So next week, excited. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.